Scorpio. Hello, my lovely Scorpio. How you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of May. I'm calling it Moving May because we're moving into action. So, yeah, I did the collective reading, which you'll find on our channel as well. I will be combining with another channel with Victoria over at Veritas Tarot. You'll find her link in the description below. She does some lovely sort of readings over there. You might want to go over there and sort of check her channel out. Yeah, and we're going to be doing some lives together, and you'll have a full information on her channel, and you're probably going to get it in the description below at some point. And yeah, so we're going to be doing some things there over there together. So make sure you check out her channel. She gives on daily little tidbits every day. And does weekly readings, I think, and monthly readings. You'll see the full details when you go and see her anyway. Lovely. So, and then we'll see you over there at some point for a live dual reading. It's going to be great fun. So, yeah, let's get on with your monthly reading. This is the Astroflowers. This is the overall energies. This is the karmic message for your relationship side. This is the karmic message for your material side. This is week 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how the universe influences your karmic message. This is how your past self influences it as well, your karmic message, and this is how your future self is talking to you and encouraging you within. And this last petal here is the general outcome of it all. So we read it in sort of various different ways. We try and get as many dimensions out as we can from these cards. So I hope you have a lovely reading, Scorpio. And here we go. Let's just see what's going on with you. Queen of Wands. It's time to get social. Time to also fall in love with the magic of life, I think. I've just realised of putting things out there and, being realistic of what we put out there. And once you start putting it out there, you can see that magic happening within your sphere directly around you as things start orientating into what you so want to live in the future. And it is connected with happiness. It's connected being in awe of little things. I was speaking to my daughter the other day, actually, about this. And about, she's quite young. And she's sort of saying, I've got friends who are doing amazing things straight away. And I say young, and I say young. Sort of like 12 years old. And, she's sort of saying, yeah, they've already got a, sort of a partner and everything like that. And I sort of saying to her, if you concentrate on the little things, you get a lot of the little things. Because she was saying, I get a lot of things coming my way, but they're little things. They're not big things. And I want big things. And I said, well, either you can get one big thing or you can get, hundreds of little things. And you can then build what you want out of those hundreds of little things. And I think this is the case here for you, Scorpio. It's understanding that those little things are much more secure, much more sort of powerful than the one big thing. Because once the one big thing is there, it's there. It's not going to get anything different out of it. But, from the little things, you can create your own path. And this is what the overall energy is for this week, for this month. It's that moving energy, that's that possibility, that enthusiasm for one moment at a time, being very present in the moment, the present moment. So on your relationship side, beautiful. Your karmic message here is happiness, basically. What's happiness for you? Obviously, for everybody, it's completely different. And it's getting in tune and using it as like a rudder on a boat. Happiness should be your guide in a way this month here. Certainly within your relationship side. Well, we'll see what's going on your financial side afterwards, but let's see what's happening on the relationship side. So yeah, happiness should be your goal here. And it ties in with this sort of like enthusiasm that you can have for the moment and the magic of life itself. The universe, in the first week, I think you're going to understand a few things. You're going to have a self-realizations, messages coming into you. Also, inspirational ideas in a way. That's what the message could well be. And if it's geared to this happiness here of what you want and you can express it, communication may even come from you as well. That you've realized now with your happiness that actually I've got to communicate that happiness. Therefore, it's going to stimulate my relationships going forward. If I, if I talk freely about it, that could well be one side of it. But also, this is where the universe is influencing this karmic message here. So it's bringing in those messages of happiness to you, those little things at a time, which together make an amazing time. Let's see what's happening on here. So we got the Nine of Pentacles. This is really beautiful for your relationship side. So it could be family, friends, community. It could also be your couple. And through these messages that come through here, you've even got the lovers at the bottom there playing through it. It's a very auspicious time for you because we're in Taurus season as well. So Taurus is your opposite. Taurus has everything that you don't have. And you have everything that Taurus doesn't have. And this is why opposites do attract in a really good way. And what's happening is this messages, and as you get, if you allow happiness to be your harmony and allow that overall energy to sort of show you the instances where you can be really enthusiastic about something or fall in love with the magic of life, all of a sudden you're going to find within that abundance of fruit now that you are creating in that first week that is coming to you in the second week also puts you in a very harmonious place. She's got this bird sitting upon her finger, and it's like this idea that she is in harmony with everything that is around her. So this is where your happiness and the messages that are coming in is going to bring in that harmony in the second week. And it's what you've created, because that's your past self as well, which is sort of influencing you. The third week, let's get into that. Now, that's been tricky on the collective reading. So, and it's already been, I've seen it being tricky on other signs for their monthly reading. Let's just see what goes. Tricky. 7 of Wands. So, defending your position. I don't think it's a case. Do you know the best form of defense is attack? That's what they sort of say. And I think it's a case of not attacking other people. Obviously that is terrible. It defies logic. And this is that's happening in the collective. We're moving towards something that's a lot more logical, a lot more feasible within the collective, and also then feasible within us as individuals. And what we're getting here is defending your happiness, defending those messages that come in, defending that harmony in your life. And as something happens in the outside world, you don't have to defend your position. You just, in theory, you need to take that staff there, which is what you've got on the Queen of Wands here, using that sort of enthusiasm that you do have for life to actually, you don't have to defend that position. You almost have to sort of like go ahead and live it. And when you go ahead and live your life, you may have some people around you that haven't understood. They didn't get the memo on the new logic. And they may sort of want to fight you down. But you don't have to fight them if you use these as your guiding star going through it. And it could, if you do take that passion of the Queen of the Wands, all of a sudden you've only got 6 wands behind it. Now 6 wands is obviously success, notoriety. So this is a possibility. You don't have to actually defend this position here. It's more of a case of sort of saying here is just know your path. Know your path. What is the overall outcome? Chariot, moving on quite quickly. I think this may be almost like a blip. This week here may be a bit of things where things happen in the outside world. You've got to sort of, protect your position in a way rather than defend it. Just sort of saying, no, I'm going down this path here. I'm not going to get involved or that sort of thing. And all of a sudden you'll be able to go, and in the 4th week, you're really going quickly out of it. It's going to make you feel like that, yes, I'm winning life in regards to relationships. So as in regards to relationships, as you nurture these relationships with other people, there is going to be some people that are not going to get the memo, as I said. And this is what that blip is all about. And once you realize that actually these people didn't get the, don't understand, maybe don't understand you or don't understand the new logic. All of a sudden, you're going to be able to just move on very quickly from any sort of complications within any relationships that are around you, and move on with that harmony, carrying that harmony and that happiness through with you. Let's just see what's going on your sort of financial sort of side, or your material side of life. See what's going on the karmic message here. Judgment. So it may be that some of you have decided that, no, I want a better job, or I want to take my career further, or I want to start my business, or I want to do projects on the side. Now is the time to sort of say, do it. Don't hold back. Don't talk anymore. Don't discuss about it. Get involved. Get enthusiastic about that moment. Start implementing it, because it is your calling. It is answering your calling. That's what your karmic message is for this month here. It's something that's been, this is the first week, the messages that are coming in. Also, the Hermit card here. The Hermit is a character. It's the same as the Hierophant. The Hierophant has gone through these stages of understanding in order to obtain their happiness, or in order to obtain their desires or their goals in life. And it's a very mechanical thing, the Hierophant. So if I do this, this is the result. And if this is the result, then I can do that. And then I can obtain that beautiful, beach, or whatever you want to do. That beautiful thing that you want to do. Yeah, sort of laying on the beach. I had pictured me surfing on a lovely wave somewhere. So I'd have to buy a surfboard. So I've got that. That's the first stage. Then I've got to go to the beach. I go to the beach, and then I've got to go in the water, and then I'm going to get happiness once I get the wave. That's what the Hierophant's all about. It's step by step. Now that the Hermit is a little bit different. The Hermit does the same process, but they go through the whole sort of round the mountain, as it were. They go and they visit their shadow side of life as well. They visit all the obscure elements within us in regards to the material world. So you might have been in a job and etc. that, you might have been doing well, but you're not satisfied. And you've gone through some difficult times in order to realize your dreams and aspirations. And the difference between the Hierophant and the Hermit is the Hermit has actually got these hands on the star and put it in his lantern. So very similar to the karmic message on this side. Use your goals and aspirations to be your guiding light. And within the first week of May, that's what you should be connecting to. Okay? In the second week, why were you upside down, young man? Because I don't do upside down cards, or else we'll be here for years. We might do it in that reading, the live readings, which I'm going to be doing with Veritas as well, with Tanya, with Victoria. So the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is almost in the second week, because you've grasped that idea that you should be going ahead and doing your dreams and aspirations, and using them as your guiding light. It's going to put you in harmony, in sync with yourself, which is going to sort of make going down this karmic path of your righteous path, or your chosen path of what you've been chosen to do, is going to really start sort of fulfilling within you. And it's going to come into harmony as well, because I think these two, obviously, they do affect each other. And this side here is where, you're going to get that harmony from your relationship side, which is going to make you feel good about the decisions you've made and where you're heading off to. Okay, let's just see what happens in the third week. Tricky week, as I said, in the collective. Eight of Wands, out with the old and in with the new. I think this is just very similar to this sort of side as well. It's also inspiration that comes to you, ideas that come to you. When you unify you and your higher self in regards to your work, and this is what this logical revolution that I talk about at the moment, the respect becomes a lot more sort of rewarding than finances. And with this sort of like that sort of logic out of it, comes out of it, the inspiration or the passion that you can build up inside you to do something, and it could be very, very creative by the feel of it. Something creative coming out of it, really, yeah, something very creative coming out of it, is they're going to allow you to sort of like, you're going to be able to sort of let go of that past, which may have been causing you problems in the past, which may have caused that hermit moment of that old job or the old business or the old projects. And because you're moving on to the new project, the calling, your judgment, your righteous place within the material world, and enjoying every little moment that comes out of it. And the Knight of Pentacles, heading off in a direction which is all about the long-term plan. The Knight of Pentacles, you're going to be planting seeds as you go. So then you will have perpetual security and abundance with you, because you plant seeds as you go. And as you go down your path, those seeds gradually start making more fruit. And as you plant more and more fruits, you've got continual fruits coming back to you in the future. But it's very much onto the longer term plan. Let's just see what's going on with the Queen of Wands. We're going to clarify here with the White Witch Tarot. So we got the Six of Wands. This is similar to this, what I was talking about here. This is your righteous place, which comes out of this Judgment card, and being happy about it. You know, you've got reason for being there on this path. And reason for having this energy. You know, it hasn't just fallen out of nowhere. Luck does not really exist. You know, opportunity or fortune, I prefer to say fortune than luck. Fortune is something that we cultivate. So then we become rich. And this doesn't necessarily mean finances either. You know, if you cultivate, and this is what culture comes from, cultivate your own fortune. And then from fortune becomes your rich connaissance, your understanding of your culture, understanding of, you know, whatever passions you within you. And this is your righteous place, and you should take it. And that's what their energy is all about. They've all got that one wand in their hand. And that's the same with that one there. That's the same with the Hierophant there. You know, the Hierophant, the Hermit there. So this is all about, you know, following your plan or your path of passion. Two of Swords, no-brainer. There's no choices here to be made. Happiness should be your direction. If you do not take happiness as your direction, yeah, I think you're going to have, you're going to be constantly compromising in life, which is going to mean that you're going to have to make lots and lots and lots and lots of decisions. There's obviously, so I think it's a no-brainer of going towards your happiness. And these messages that are coming in may be the messages that gives clarity over past situations. I think it's the past. I don't think it's at the moment. Past situations which would have caused you pain. It could be the fact that also that if you communicate, you would be avoiding any sort of painful aspects, emotional aspects of any relationships that are around you. That's one possibility. And it's never easy to, you know, to communicate and from within. It's not the easiest thing to do. And usually it's better to sort of, if you're talking to one other person, to talk about us and we rather than you and I, you know, and keeping it very sort of, you know, collective, as it were. But here I think it's sort of like, it's a no-brainer. If you go after your happiness, the messages are here that you're not going to get any troublesome times in the future if you just follow your happiness. There's no choices to be made. And it's quite nice. There's a progressional aspect going on here with the Two of Swords to the Three of Swords. And with the Nine of Pentacles, you get the Ten of Wands. I think this is basically where you've been carrying stuff in the past. That's what you've created. You've created all those fruits for today. And the harmonious position you have with your relationships is something that is, which comes from your past of, you know, supporting situations, or putting up with situations, or even putting out for situations, which is now all of a sudden bringing you those harmonious fruits for the future. So it could be a case of sort of letting go of all any stress and strains from the past, and this is what ties in maybe with the Three of Swords. So you realize how much abundance you do have around you, and how well in tune you are with the world that is around you. With the Seven of Wands, you got the King of Cups. So this here is what I'm saying here. It's better for you to continue on your path, follow your path through, and in order to do that, you have to have control over your emotions. If you've got control over your emotions, you won't have to defend your position. It's just a case of marking your position and moving on from there, basically. Let's see what happens with the Chariot in the 4th week. Justice card. So you've got Judgment coming up through here, going up through to the Justice. Your path will open to you in regards to your relationships that are around you, and give you the relationships which you deserve. And it will come in very, very quickly, and a sense of yes about it all, because of your just desserts. You know, if you do just follow your happiness and realize that there is no real choice to be made here, you're going to come out of this really in a beautiful place in regards to being harmonious with the people that are around you. With the Judgment card, you get the Devil card. So I think this is, the Devil card can obviously be sort of like being a bit obsessive, being almost addicted to something, unhealthily addicted to something. But it also, at the same, because you've got your Judgment call here, I think it's kind of saying to you, be obsessive about what you should be doing and where you should be going and what you should be, you know, what you should be doing in your career path and everything like that. And if you are sort of obsessive about that in a healthy way, this is a really good card for you. The Devil brings his light to you. The Devil does not lie to you either. That's his default, as it were. But I think it's just a case here of saying there is a part here that's sort of saying to me, be careful not to sort of lose yourself in your path as well. Don't forget, it should be, you know, life should be fun. It should be enjoyed. You know, don't forget that. Okay. With the Hermit card, you get the Ace of Cups. I think this is that Ace of Cups. I think is that star that he's got in the lantern. Now we got the Ace of Cups going to the Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, sorry, up the top there. A lot of sort of aces, starting a whole new, basically, on your material side, and let love and your happiness and your joy of being involved in the material world be your guide. We've got another ace as well. Gee whiz. Have we got all the aces? I don't know. Oh, I don't think so. No, what are we missing now? We're missing the Ace of Pentacles. That's the only thing we're missing now. So, yeah, I think this is when you find yourself all of a sudden and you get into harmony with what you're supposed to be doing and where you're supposed to be going. All of a sudden, it becomes very clear. It becomes like a victory for you. You can cut your way through the complications and the things that may block you from going and getting what you so desire. Basically, really, really beautiful. With the Page of Cups here, so believing in that new passionate path, miracles can happen. You know, keeping your eye on the goal, keeping your eye on your dreams and aspirations, keeping your eye on this Ace of Cups that is really making that judgment call for you. And with the Knight of Pentacles, you get the Moon as well. I think with the Knight of Pentacles here, as you plant things and you go forward and you start understanding the longer term goals, it's actually going to open up. It's going to open up a lot of things within you that you've never seen before, that's been hidden within you, and it's going to make you feel absolutely blistering, and open up a whole new vista for you that you had not previously seen, and it's going to go really quite quickly. So there you go, Scorpio. Don't forget, we've got those things coming out with Veritas as well, with Victoria. Please do go and have a look at her channel. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for being here, subscribing and supporting this channel. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you get the best out of these readings, and I will see you soon, either here or on Veritas. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.